Louisiana Beer Reviews Lismore Speyside Single Malt Scotch Whisky, established 1974, product of Scotland. I bought this at Trader Joe's. I got a great deal on it. This is 40% alcohol, 750 milliliters. Imported by Sans Wine and Spirits, Tustin, California. I'll have to look that up. I didn't look that up. Light amber colored with a fruity nose, followed by flavors of toffee and a long-lasting sweetness on the palate. Lundie Company. Well, I never can figure. I never really pick up all that stuff that they're saying. The Lundie family were highly respected whiskey brokers in Scotland with access to the finest cask of Scotch whiskey. The second generation, Alan and Bruce, created the Lismore brand in 1974 using a variety of whiskeys from Speyside. This quote-unquote recipe has been handed down and still adhered to today. Okay, copper pot stills. That's a distillation method, and matured in finest oak barrels. Produced in Speyside, Scotland for William Lundie and Company. Okay, so it's contract produced, like so many American whiskeys, or as they call it in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, independent bottler. Same difference. I mean, you got an independent company bottling it, but they're buying the whiskeys from somebody else. It might even be blended for them. Okay, a lot of people think this is a Trader Joe's brand, that it's made by it's a Trader Joe's only brand. That's not true. They just sell it a lot at Trader Joe's. So, and there's many different levels of this. This is the 6-year age, or the standard edition. Let's see, Trader Joe's had this for, let me check this off because I've been checking off the ones. I bought this last year. Lismore, $18. Crazy. Single malt Scotch, $18.99. $18.99. Now there are a few, not many, but there are a few video reviews for it. Now, is it any good? Now they have the 18-year, the 21-year, and much more expensive. There's so many versions if you look on their website, so you're not going to get most of them for $18.99. Is it any good? I could not tell you. I do not know, considering I've never tried it, as we can see. But I'm curious, and I'm going to try it right about now. Okay, it's got a nice pull tab on it. How's it going to do in the blind taste test against the other single malt scotches? I really don't know. It's an aluminum foil cap cover, typical. Looks like cork, so let me moisturize it. Single malt, so there's no grain whiskey in it. It's all barley malt whiskey. No column still grain spirits like you would get in a American blended whiskey, Canadian blended whiskey, Irish blended whiskey, Scotch blended whiskey. This is real cork. A real hunk of cork. Alright, so that's a good sign. Aesthetically, at least. I'll put it in this Glenmorangie single malt Scotch whiskey glass. Don't have any Lismore Scotch whiskey glasses. Okay, that should be more than enough. Alright. So it's like they say, amber colored. Do they add coloring to it? Oh, maybe so. Maybe so. They do that with American blended whiskeys. Don't catch a conniption fit. American blended whiskeys, they can even add flavoring, but they don't have to add it. They're allowed to. I don't know about Scotch. I don't think so. But I don't know the exact laws of Scotland. I just know it has to be whole grains. Aged at least 3 years. This is aged 6 years, as they say on the Lismore website. There's no age statement on the bottle, though. But there's an age statement on the website that's saying 6 years. 6 years. Now, who makes this for them? You're never going to find out. I'm not going to find out, and I'm not going to worry about it. It's like a lot of these Trader Joe's, actual Trader Joe's products, like Trader Joe's pumpkin beer or whatever. You're never going to find out too much about it, but no use getting concerned over it. So the appearance is typical. The aroma is strange. I know it's supposed to have, it's not really supposed to be peaty and smoky. It is a little peaty, which has got me confused. And I'm picking up spirits, like grain alcohol, but you say, but there's no grain alcohol. It's all copper pot still barley malt whiskey. I get that, and I believe that, but malted barley is a grain, right? Okay, well, so the aroma is peculiar, strangest. I've never smelt anything like this, except some mezcals. That's what came to mind. All right, let's go with the taste. Okay, the taste is more proper. Speyside, really, when I'm drinking Speyside, I'm thinking more like honey malt, honey barley, honey bread crust. I'm not really thinking of like a peated malt. Peat, the compost pile. But I am getting that. Not really getting any smoke, but I'm getting that peated compost pile, that decaying organic matter. And I thought that I would get that flavor when I smelled it. So, well, it's certainly not like all the other ones that I've got, but I think that's a good thing. Everything does not have to be like all the rest. I get a little bored with the same humdrum, repetitive, cyclical experience, and this is definitely not that. So, medium body, medium long finish. I think this is going to make for a fascinating taste challenge series. Don't know quite what to expect, but I think it's going to be intriguing, and I think this is a really good product. Now, obviously, I'm getting this. I'm tasting the 6-year-old, $18.99. Yeah, maybe it's going up to $19.99 since then. And I get that. I understand it's a base model, but it's a really nice product. And I mean, you can't tour Lismore, because what you're going to be touring, an office. They're just like Bellows in America. Bellows bourbon, Bellows gin. It's all procured. It's just a company that gets stuff made for them, like Pabst in the beer world these days. Just Ernie and Brooks in London, England. Just Ernie and Brooks, everybody knows the famous J&W's blended Scotch, but that's just procured. They don't own. There is no such thing as a J&W distillery. It does not exist. It's all contract. But the question is, can you get a really delicious contract brewed, contract distilled beer or whiskey? And the answer is, you certainly can. And if you go and buy 10 bottles, you certainly will. I'm saying you buy them at random. Intriguing. Delightful. I really can't think of anything negative to say about it, because being that it's strange does not make it negative. It just makes it different. So, yeah, I'm going to say 94 out of 100, 9.4 out of 10. And just something you grabbed off the shelf. You would never think it would be that high. I wouldn't have thought it. I wouldn't have believed it. But I'm tasting it, and now I believe it. So, Les Bon Ton Relais, a most excellent single malt Scotch whiskey. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all go to the liquor store and get an independent bottled single malt Scotch whiskey.